Indecency, 2018, by Justin Phillip Reed presents a collection of poetry that delves into themes of racial equality, political unrest, and sexual identity. In the opening poem, performing a warped masculinity en route to the metro, Reed intentionally eschews capitalization to emphasize the individual as a vessel carrying personal histories that often remain unseen. In an interview, Reed acknowledged his contemplation of the history of Black people in America, particularly in St. Louis. He notes how the city's pursuit of progress often disregards the once thriving communities of color, leaving room for their legacies to be erased. This constant confrontation with erasure pervades Reed's experiences. Reed's work is profoundly influenced by the police shooting of Michael Brown, an unarmed 18-year-old African American who was fatally shot by Ferguson police officer Darren Wilson on August 9, 2014, in a St. Louis suburb. The incident sparked widespread protests. Reed recounts feeling a compelling need to participate in these marches and protests, despite not being someone who typically engaged in such activities. The poem, The Day Died, reflects the frequency of Black men being victims of shootings, to the point where Reed feels it unnecessary to provide a specific name for each victim. In the poem orientation, Reed employs a concrete form, shaping the printed words to depict a male figure inspired by the sculpture Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. This piece captures the precariousness of being a young African American who also identifies as queer. Similarly, Portrait with Stiff Upper Lip, another concrete poem, is arranged to resemble a profiled head, further exploring the complexities of identity and the challenges faced by marginalized individuals. The poems within Indecency underscore the significance of words and their profound impact, challenging the notion that sticks and stones hold more weight. Reed emphasizes that words have the power to embed themselves within the body, acting as stress points, splinters, or blades that elicit a visceral reaction, regardless of the material form of the assault. This concept, which Reed terms the physicality of utterance, highlights the tangible effect of language. Throughout the collection, Reed explores the sense of isolation he experiences as a Black man within a predominantly white institution. In Snowfall Throws Its Pretty Noise Upon Weary Sameness, he candidly discusses his financial struggles, vividly portraying the barrage of debt collection letters. Despite his efforts to resist smoking or indulge less, he finds himself grappling with the temptation. The poems in the book also touch upon the narrative of Michael Johnson, a Black college wrestler who was HIV positive. Johnson was unfairly portrayed in the media as a gay buck intent on spreading the disease to his white partners. At the time, Reed primarily dated white men, and he addresses the complexities surrounding this aspect of his personal life. He writes in the poem, To every faggot who pulverized me for being a faggot, to believe that white men had my back was a facile act, who else so long prepared me to hate me. In the poem A Victim Dissolves into Tears, Reed quotes an unnamed source, a white lover of Johnson's, who remarks, I knew they were clean by looking at them, referring to his previous partners. This line serves as a poignant reflection on racial dynamics and prejudices. Another poem, Gateway, is cleverly printed on the binding of the book, creating a physical separation of text along the crease. The speaker walks through St. Louis, recollecting the history of Delmar Street. Following this, the poem about a white city explores various histories, ultimately emphasizing the significance of the city's past alongside its present narrative. The concluding lines, The truth, daily work. The past is suddenly ahead. It utters questions, suggest that acknowledging and confronting the historical story of the city is essential. When considering the title for his collection, Reed recalls his mother calling out to a guest while she was dressing, stating, I'm not decent. This phrase evokes a sense of vulnerability for him. He describes the poems as little rooms, akin to his mother's, where the looming threat of intrusion is acutely felt. The oppressive systems of the nation-state constantly hover in the hallway, demanding compliance and adherence. Indecency was awarded the 2018 National Book Award for Poetry and was a finalist for the 2019 Kate Tufts Discovery Award and the Lambda Literary Award in Gay Poetry. Library Journal recognized it as one of the best books of 2018, and the New York Times praised the collection for its exploration of desire and violence within the body, engaging readers in a stark and visceral encounter with the material presented. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.